Percy the green engine chuffed happily into the junction. He was very early. "I must be the fastest engine on the island." "You, the fastest engine? You must be joking," James said as he chuffed into the station. "I've heard of your little race you had with Harold, but you would never see me come last. You always see me first place," and he puffed away sniggering to himself. Percy was crossed and steamed away. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the Little Western Line was gaining more and more passengers. The engines tried handling by themselves, but it was too much for them, and was making them very late, so the fat controller had to make arrangements. He met Percy at the sheds one morning to tell him the news. "More passengers are going to the Seaside Branch Line. I need you to go and help them for a while." Thomas said, "You can borrow Annie and Clorable for the passengers." Percy smiled and puffed straight away to the seaside. Percy arrived at the station by the seaside and waited as passengers hopped in the coaches. However, his face turned as he saw James puff beside him. "The fat controller asked me to help you cause you're too slow and can't handle the passengers and are always coming late," Percy snapped. "I am not slow and I am not weak. I'm faster than you. Will race you to Harvick," he said. James chuckled. "You want to race me, Pa? This would be too easy for me, and cause why not? I'll let you have a head start." The guard blew his whistle and Percy raced off. "Come along, come along, come along," Percy said. "We're coming along, we're coming along, we're coming along." Percy was in front puffing and chuffing with Annie and Clorable. He was trying his best to stay in front, but James overtook him. "You're too slow, you're too slow, you're too slow," as he left him behind. Percy was very tired, so the driver pulled him over. As Percy was resting, he noticed a different line in front of him and a sign saying, "Small engines only." Percy then had a cheeky idea and asked his driver if he could switch the points. Meanwhile, James was having a splendid run. "Pa, this is too easy. By the time I reached the station, Percy would be at the harbor." But to a surprise, as James puffed around the bend, Percy popped out of the tunnel. James was surprised. Catch me," Percy called. James tried to catch up, but Percy was too far from him. James knew he had lost the race. Percy chuffed smoothly into the station and the passengers all crowed around him celebrating his victory. 3 cheers for Percy the green engine. "Hip hip, hooray, hip hip, hooray, hip hip, hooray," they said. Percy just smiled.